wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk to young men about dealing with the propensity of violence in the real world. I have a buddy man. I gave him a car to fix. The car has been at his shop for over a year. I gave him a deposit. To fix the car was going to cost $3,000. I gave him half. And after giving him the deposit, he moved from an old shop. He was supposed to fix the car. He never did. After he moved from the old shop, he moved a second time again to a different shop, abandoning my car in front of his shop. Every single day for over a month, I reminded him about my car. I even offered him a tow truck to tow the car and start the work. And every single day he would give me another excuse, or that he was gonna get on it, or he told me something. Just like that, he just pushed the whole thing back and back and back. He never got to it. It got so bad that at some point, I just told him, please just give me back my deposit and let me take my car and just go my way. And he never did. He didn't want to. He had his reservations. He had something in mind. But you see, in the real world, none of you are going to be able to escape this as young men. You have to understand that people would test your manhood. Your masculinity will come into question, and you have to stand your ground and you have to prove yourself. Life will test you. So being a man is not just about peeing standing. It's much more than that. And at the height of manhood and masculinity is having the propensity to basically dispense violence. So after a while, he never got the car towed. He never planned on fixing the car. I kept asking him, hey, listen, he got to a point I even told him, hey, listen, I am a very happy person. I don't like to be angry. When I'm angry, you're not going to like me. I get very violent. I get very destructive. And I don't know where it could go. I told him I don't want us to get there. I want us to be on good terms. I want good things to happen. I want us to do business. And if we're not going to be able to do business, I want us to just go our separate ways. But for some reason, he took me for granted. He took me for a joke. We have a shop that is just right next to the body shop. The owner of the shop, or the guy that co-owns the shop, has a tow truck. He offered his tow truck to move the car. But this body man just defined every single opportunity that he had to smooth over the situation, chose not to do what was right. The whole situation got to a boiling point. And I asked myself a question. What do I have to do to get this guy to act right? What power do I have over this man? Because I want you young men to think about this. What is the definition of power? Power is the ability to get an object or something to act in a desired manner. How do I get him to act in a desired manner? I've tried begging him. It didn't work. I've tried asking. Remember, this is a business. He's not fixing my car for free. So at the end of the day, I had to resort to violence after all else has failed. I didn't want to call the police because the police would be, how do you put it? It would take time. I wanted something expeditious. A little bit of like jungle justice, something straightforward. I wanted us to hash it out as men between both of us. Well, what did I do? I put on my bulletproof vest. I had my axe. I had a couple of things on me, which I didn't use. I approached him and I asked him nicely that I just want my car. And before that, when the car ended up getting impounded, can I come back to that? The car ended up getting impounded, and at that point, he saw that that was going to be the change in everything. So when the car got impounded, he saw that that would bring out a side of me that he had never seen before. He could feel it. I went to the pound. I didn't say anything. I got the car out and I had it towed to Jonathan. Jonathan is one of my mentees. He's working on mastering the skill of auto body repair right now. So I trust him with my cars, and I've decided in 2025 to work with him majorly. So when that had happened, I told the car over to Jonathan's, and Jonathan is actually almost done fixing the car. So I decided to part way with this guy. So I just came back to him asking for my money, and at that point, he thought I was gonna be applying the same tactics that didn't work, but this time I didn't. After all said and done, after I did what I needed to do as a man to exert and uphold my masculinity, he was the one that was basically keeping to time as far as payment schedules. When he saw the other side of me that he has never seen before, he was rattled because he knew, based on the little that he saw, that I had a high propensity for violence. But just like, unlike an animal that is out of control, I know how to control that propensity for violence. So what is my point of making this video? My point is that you will get tested in life. You need to develop your propensity for violence because some people would never listen to reason. Some people would never see things the way you want them to see it. They would always see things from their own lens. And you need to master the art of dispensing violence in order to have power over human beings that wish to do you wrong, getting them to act in a desired manner. Because when you get them to act in a desired manner, you've exerted power over them. Don't let anybody take you for granted because they think you don't have a propensity for violence. Females find it attractive that a man is dangerous and has a high propensity for violence but is in control of it. Other men fear and respect a man that has a high propensity for violence but is in absolute control. Do not fear being violent. Just be in control. And when you exhibit violence, make sure you have power over it. That way, your violence is directed at making the subject act in a desired manner. I'll see you in the next one.